Hi guys, and welcome to C Sharp tutorial of a loan calculator management system. And let me show you guys how this works. We have the exit button. I don't want to exit, but I can reset and enter some other details in there. Let's say the name is Sally Johnson, an address of Miss Johnson. Let's say it's number 15 or 15 Sammy Lane. And she wants approximately 200,500. Okay, and what is how many years? 7 years at a rate of 6% or 6.9. And there. So what we then need to do is if I click on calculate the loan, the monthly payment will be calculated and the total payment. And right here you will see Sally Johnson in detail. So let's click on that. There we go, guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into C# development environment and we'll put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. Hi guys, and welcome to C# tutorial of how to implement PMT function. So I'm going to start by clicking on create. And this PMT function is going to be used to develop a loan calculator. So I'm going to select C# and click on next. Let's give that a name. I'll call it CS underscore PMT underscore loan calculator. So click on create. Here our development environment is ready. I'm just going to drag the form that much. Okay, that will do. We can always readjust. Right, so let's come right up here and I'm going to grab hold of plane. So come right down here. There we go. Grab hold of that. Just drag it that much. And let's change the color. The back color is very plain. Come straight to the properties. See where we have background color. Drop that down. Let's maybe this we do. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now copy that. Hold on to the control. Click and drag. We have to bring this right down. Right, looking good. Okay. Now we're going to need one more of those for the buttons. So click on this again. I'm going to click and drag. Just bring it right down. Hold on to the control, click and drag. There, that will do. That is fine. So the next thing we want to do now is to add some component. Just added the label. Hold on to the control, click and drag the label. I'm going to need 7 of those down here. Select that, drag it again. I will need just one more here. Then I will need 2 across that I'm going to be using as my output device. There we go. And now let's select all of these components here and change the font size to something a little bit much more readable. So go straight to the properties and let's change that to maybe about 24. Make that bold as well. 24 bold. There we go. That's good. Now these 2 labels here, let's change their properties again. Let's come right here, the properties. Might as well pin this down and let's look for auto size. I'm going to make that false. The background color, I think I'm going to just make that white. And the border style, make that fixed 3D. Okay, that's fine. Alright then. Now I'm going to add some text box. Come straight to the properties. I need 5 of those text box. Grab hold of one. Just drag it there. And this very text box, let's change the font size to 24 as well. Make that bold, 24. Bold. And where we have this triangle, just make that multi-line. And click, drag, drop. We have two, and we're gonna need just one more. I think that might be too wide. So let's see, the width is 400 plus. Let's come here to the, yeah, it's 90, so select it all. So I can reduce it a little bit. Instead of 90, let's make that 84. Right, that's fine. So I'm just going to kind of like reposition where they are. Now this very one here, I'm going to drag it that much. Let's bring it all the way here. That is going to be for name and address. There. Now let's add a data preview right here. Data preview. Just place that in here. That's brilliant. And underneath here, we're gonna need some buttons. So let's add just 3 buttons. One to do the calculation, and then the other 2. One would be for reset, and one would be for exit, and one more. So all of these buttons now, let's come here to the properties and just change the font size to something much more readable. Make that maybe 28. There we go. Bold, actually. Let's make it bold. 28 bold. There. And here the title. I'm going to change the title as well. Let's come in here and change that to about maybe 66. Bold. And take that up. Right. Okay, let's change the content in there to loan calculator management system. Okay, loan calculator management system. Let's make sure we can fit it in. Right, that's not too bad. And here, that's going to be loan calculator. And the name of that button is going to be BTN loan calculator. Then the next one beside it, that's going to be reset. This one, BTN reset. And the text content on it is going to be reset. Scroll right down, change that to reset. And the last one here, that's going to be called exit. And the variable name, that's going to be BTN exit. There we go. Okay, let's give the other component a name. This very label there, I'm going to call that full name. And the text box in front of it will be known as TXT full name. Yeah, that's fine. Then this text box here, I'm going to change that to TXT address. And the label in front of it will be known as address. Change the text to address. The next label underneath, that's going to be known as amount of loan. The text box in front of it is going to be known as TXT amount of loan. There. And the next one here, let's move all of this back a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. All right. Yeah, that's fine. And this one is going to be known as number of years. And right in front of it, the text box is going to be known as TXT number of years. And let's change that there. Let's see this one. Okay, that's fine. Now the next one here, that's going to be known as, it should be known as interest rate. Why the text box should be known as TXT interest rate. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Now this label, that is monthly payment, and the label right in front of it, if you notice, I'm using label for that because I don't want the user to be able to change any data in here. So that is going to be known as LBL, monthly payment. Why this one here is going to be known as LBL, total payment. Change that to total payment. And the label right in front of it, that label is going to be known as total payment. And that is it with the interface development. So let's get rid of the content in here first, and let's just move this one up a little bit. Yeah, that will do. And this one down a little bit. Okay, so I'm now going to kind of like run it and just see how that looks like. So let's save first, then click on run. All right, that is it right there. This is how it is looking. So I am now going to, first of all, let me start by changing the size of the form, because when I run it, you saw what happened. So I'm going to click on the form. Let's come right here, copy the data for the form, double click on the form, and form load. I'm going to then say this dot size, and is going to become, let's say, equals, I'm going to set that the new size is going to be this. So hopefully that should solve the problem for me. Okay, that takes care of the size. Let me run that and just see how that's going to be as well. All right. Okay, that's not bad. That's good. Now, the form itself, make sure it's selected. Come right here. I want to get it centered. Start position, and to change that to center the parent, and screen center. Let's see, screen center. One of them should do it. Oh no. Okay then. Let's just finish up with the design development anyway. Okay, that is that done. Now let's take care of the variables for this loan calculator. Double click on that, come right underneath the partial class, and on the right underneath here, I'm going to declare the following variable I intend to use. I'm going to call it private double, and the very first one is going to be known as interest rate. Now let's change that to lowercase. Rate. That's good. That's the first one. So I'm going to need 5 in total. Okay, now let's and those drop those ones there. The next one is going to be number of years. followed by loan amount. Monthly payments. And finally, it's going to be total payments. And here, total payment. Okay, those are my variables that I intend to use. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to double click on the form. It's the button, this one, and you want the following. So, first of all, interest rate. In fact, let me grab hold of all of these. Let's bring them here. Paste. Okay, the interest. Let's comment these ones out so that the error is kind of like irritating. Let's say interest rate that will be equals. Let's say convert dot to double whatever we have inside txt interest rate dot text. All right, because we are using the PMT function, so the formula for that is going to be, that will be divide by 100, divide that by 12. That is going to be the formula for that. Divide whatever we have in here by 100 and by 12 and store it in here. So the next thing is the number of years. So the number of years, let's grab all of this and just paste it right here and modify that. And in the case of number of years, this is going to be txt number of years. And this is, I think that's uppercase. This is lowercase, I think. Yeah, that's correct. And the number of years is going to be multiplied by 12. And followed by, is that in, no, undo that. The next one is going to be the amount of the loan. So let's put that in here and get rid of all of this. The amount of loan, that is going to be txt amount of loan. Let's see, txt amount of loan there, and get rid of this. And next, we now need to work out the monthly payment. That's what the learner is going to be paying back. So in that case, we have to use the financial dot PMT. So if you notice, the financial dot PMT is not doing anything. The reason being, I was meant to implement the function. So let's just say financial dot PMT equals as follows: PMT. Okay, and let's just say that's going to be interest rate. So grab all of this, paste that in the interest rate comma, and number of years, paste that in here, and the amount of loan, comma, there, paste. All right, that is taken care of. Now let's take care of the total payments. So delete all of that. In case of the total payment, is going to be the month multiplied by number of years. Grab all of this, multiply that by number of years. The next one, let's say LBL monthly payment dot text, and that is going to be equals the monthly payments. Okay, we convert that to a string, and let's put a currency in there. Then the next one, that will be total. So total is going to be LBL total dot text equals that as well. Right, now let's create a function for this. I'm going to grab all of the financial, and let's go right. I think I should put that right up there, or maybe, yeah, above it here. So I'm going to create a public. So let's just call it public static, public static, and the data type is going to be double, and this is, no, sorry, the public static class. Let's create the class first. Class, and the class is going to be called financial, and enter statement block. Very good. Now let's say public static double. In this case, double, and that is going to be PMT, and this PMT is, the first one is going to be the rate. So let's say double, that's the rate, comma, we'll say another double, number of payment. I'm just going to call that n pound, then double, and that's going to be PV, which stands for previous payment, and let's just say double FV. FV is future payments. Let's make the value of future payment 0, and type, I'm going to make that 0 as well, because there's no, they're not taking any value. So there, no, remain statement block. Okay, so now let's work this out. We want to say the double, that is going to be equals result, and this result is going to be equals the rate. We then multiply that by previous value and divide by 1 minus math dot power of 1, that's plus rate, comma, minus payment. Okay, so let's see. And finally, I need to get it to return. So let's come in and just say return result. There. You notice the error that was showing before is gone. And if we come down here, the error is gone as well. Okay. Now, okay, let's try this out. Let's run it. Click on run. And I'm just going to enter, let's say 100,000 in here. And here it's going to be 5 years and 6 in there. So click on that. Oh, that is correct. Brilliant. All right, that's good. Now, and I want to make sure when I click on the loan calculator, I want the data display right here in the data grid view. So let's do one thing. So first of all, select the data group view yourself. Come right in here. You see this small rectangle there. Click on that and let's select add columns. Here, there we go. And the first column I'm going to be adding is going to be known as first name. So look at that. So let's click in here and just enter full name. Click on add. There we go. The next one, that is going to be address. So here you should see where it says header text. So address. I'm going to leave the name of the column as it is. That's done. Then amount of loan. Add number of years. And then we have interest rate. Click on add. Then monthly payment. Add that as well. Then finally we have total payments. There. Okay, that will do for that. So all of the data in here I just added here. So let me run it and just see how that's going to look like. Then we take it from there. So okay, not too bad. Yeah. All right, that's fine. Now the next thing we want to do is, since this is taken care of, all right, we need to be able to add this here. So double click on load. Right underneath here, what I want to then do is I'm going to say data grid view dot roles dot add, and the item that I'm going to be adding are going to be as follows. So the first one is going to be txt full name dot text, add a comma. Then we have txt address dot text. Okay, let's copy all of that. Then we have comma there. Then it's going to be txt amounts of loan. Paste txt number, the number of years. Paste. Let's come down here. The next one is we have txt interest rate. Paste. Then we have LBL months. Paste. And LBL total. Paste. There. So if I click on this, I should be able to see all of the data on the data preview. All right, let's try that out. Save, run. And decision time. Let's say the name is Tony Montana. An address 17 Middle Venice. Loan and number of years. We'll make that 5. Interest rate is that. Click. There we go. Look at that. Okay, guys. So that's it. It's taken care of. All right, that's fine. So what we want to now do is we need to be able to clear. So this one, you guys see how that's put together anyway. So clear and add another data on this. So let's come right in here. We need to be able to clear it. You copy all of that, double click on the reset, and the reset is going to be equals there as the first one taken care of. Just copy this, paste it for that, press enter. Paste this for this, press enter, and this here as well, enter, there, enter, and right there. So I've just taken care of my reset. Okay, now let's take care of this one here. Double click on that. So that's going to be, let's declare the following variable, dialog results. And our dialog result, I'm going to call it I exit. And I exit, we take in the following value. Let's say equals message box dot show. So we just enter confirm if you want to exit. Enter a comma, and we now create the title. That's the other argument, loan calculator, comma. Let's press enter for this. Message box buttons. So the message box button is going to be yes or no, and the last one is going to be message box question. So let's use a conditional statement to check the selection made. So if I exit equals dialog the result yes, then we just want to say close. Yeah, that's it. So we just written out the code for exit. So let's try that out as well. So click on the exit button there. Oh, we haven't tried out the resets. And this shouldn't be happening. We shouldn't be able to enter any other data in there apart from numeric data. That's good. So let's select these three components, these three text box here. And I'm going to go straight to their properties. Inside their properties, select the event. And in there, let's look for click if that no key press. So I'm just going to change that to numbers only and press enter. Okay, let's enter the following lines of code to prevent the end user from entering any other character apart from numbers. So let's run it now and see. Okay, so I'm just gonna try and enter numbers here and then try out whatever in here. No, that's impossible. But it's not actually telling our end user. So let's come in here. I'm just gonna call that numbers only, please, something like that. Or we can just put a title or whatever. Okay, come right down here. Let's say no numbers. Let's just say incorrect value. Numbers only, please. There we go. Incorrect value. Numbers only, please. There. So that should tell the user what to do. Or we can even, let me add all of this as well. Let's add all of this. There we go. And here that's going to be information dot info. And here let's just use dot ok. Yeah. There we go. So let's run that and see. Run. So I'm going to try and enter the incorrect value in there. See that? Incorrect value. Numbers only, please. Okay. So I can now enter numbers and no, it's not allowed. Let's say that is 7. Enter whatever in there as well. Make that 5.9 and click on that. Look at that. no name. I didn't enter any name, that's why there's no name. So now let's exit out and run it one more time with correct value. So let's say the name is Paul Owen and address is number 1 Dawson Place and the loan is 100,000. Now of years we make that 5, interest rate is 6. Hit that. There. And that is how you create your own loan management system. Okay, loan calculator management system using C Sharp. Okay guys, so with that I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it, and please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. There are a lot of benefits for members. Okay guys, so with that I'm just gonna call it the end of this tutorial, and thanks for watching. You all have a nice day now. Bye for now.